I'm aware of an Irish transatlantic slave trader who pierced and locked the lips of a female ancestor while at sea. This to keep her from stealing food, eating food, while he stole her innocence. There aren't a lot of stories. Things seem to be here and now and not of what may come or what was left behind. I think when a person was taken or moved away or ran away, people just sealed up the hurt with silence. They disappeared, the disappeared. And of course, there are barely any pictures either. My parents are immigrants to this place. They escaped from a third world country in South America. Their people, not my people because I'm Canadian, their people. They came from generations and generations of people who worked on Caribbean plantations. They were people. They were people who were owned. I'm kin to Walter Rodney. Do you know him? He's a man the government chose to assassinate rather than tolerate his outspoken ways. An international intellectual who fought for people to have something. And I remember as a young adult, sitting on the bedside of my white upper-class boyfriend when I learned the last matriarch of my family, who had been owned and who had worked as a slave, had died. I was shocked. And he asked me, did I know her? He didn't pick me. He couldn't. I learned later that he came from a family of means, one with a history, written down in books, Irish extraction. He needed a sanctioned marriage that made political sense, an arranged marriage with people of a certain class that would ensure the stability of the family. He came from an old white family with old white money and old white power in Eastern Canada. I was a black girl from nowhere, with nothing, and no count. I didn't learn until later that his friend who had moved from back east was an emissary, sent to discover why he hadn't come home. The bad boy needed to marry well. He cried when he said goodbye, and he said goodbye badly. And more than 20 years later, he continues to reach out to me. Well, I guess it's 30 at this point. 25 maybe. And more than 20 years later, he continues to reach for me with personal pictures, him and various celebrities, or walking down red carpets, or gossip about that thing in the news that he was at, or announcement of his latest artistic achievement, or sometimes kidnapping me away against my choice, or plane tickets. I am his sometimes muse. I know he dreams of construction, a younger, erotic, nubile youth. And when he disappears from sight, his family and famous friends sometimes call me with hesitating, demanding voices, wanting to know if he has finally made good on promises and threats to leave them all and return to me, his not-so-secret nigger secret. I put a lock on my lips, and I say, I know nothing, which is always the truth. My love of good food, sushi, sake, red wine comes from him. Food to feed me. Sometimes I think, maybe if I drank more milk, but I'm lactose intolerant, or ate more eggs, or mashed potatoes with white pepper. I could make an endive salad with fresh peeled radishes, raw button mushrooms, and scallops for protein. I'm not so much about cauliflower or rice pudding or tapioca or even oatmeal, especially when the raisins are all picked out. Maybe tofu, made palatable with marshmallows, no. Cannellini garbanzo bean dip, maybe followed by vanilla ice cream. Meanwhile, I reject turnips and parsnips and onions and garlic. I accept chicken and pork and fish heavily salted. I think to myself, maybe yogurt, but it's so slimy. Whipping cream? Sour cream? Buttermilk? A pasta in a creamy parm sauce, perhaps that will do. I could finish it off with a glass of white wine, or gin, or vodka, and a thin slice of angel food cake with white chocolate sauce. But that's really candy, a sweet cheat, and not tasty enough. Or maybe what I could do, maybe like when I was a kid, just a towel or a t-shirt on my head so it drapes down my back, just like hers.